My dear children, draw near to me now. Let your hearts grow still beneath the sound of my voice. The storms of your life may be roaring, the winds may be howling, and the waves may seem to tower over your fragile boat. But in this sacred moment, I invite you into peace. Picture the quiet glow of candles upon the altar of your heart. Hear the soft chime of a distant bell calling you back to stillness. Imagine light streaming through stained glass, the colors dancing upon the walls like promises unbroken. That light is mine, shining even when clouds gather thick above you. I am here. I have always been here. Before the storm began, I was in your midst. And even now, as thunder shakes the ground beneath your feet, I am not distant. I am within the storm, my presence holding you steady when all else feels uncertain. You have cried out to me in the darkness. You have said, Lord, don't you see the waves? Don't you feel this wind? And my answer, beloved child, is yes, I see. I feel, I know, but listen closely. I am not absent in the storm. I am the stillness in the middle of it. I am the calm that will rise when I speak peace. Be still. My dear children, this message is for every weary heart that feels overwhelmed by sudden trials. For every soul who has watched the sky darken without warning and wondered if the light would ever return. I want you to hear me now. My words are your anchor, and my love is the steady hand upon the tiller of your life. The storms that rise against you are not sent to destroy you. They are moments where I draw near, closer than you can imagine. The winds that rage are not meant to drive you away. They bring you to the center of my will, where you will find rest and power beyond your own. Let this time be holy. Set aside your distractions and breathe in my peace. I am speaking directly to your heart. I am your Father, your Redeemer, your refuge. This message will guide you to see what I see, that even in chaos, I am God. Even when you feel small and afraid, I am mighty and unshaken. And when the waves seem too strong, remember, I am in the boat with you. Stay with me, my dear children. Let these words wash over you like gentle rain after the storm. For in this stillness, I will remind you who you are and who I am. My dear children, there is no storm I cannot calm. There is no wave that can overtake you while my hand rests upon your life. You may not always understand the reasons for the tempest, but trust this, I never leave you to face it alone. When the disciples crossed the sea and the storm rose against them, they were terrified. The winds howled and their hearts trembled. But I was there sleeping, yes, but not unaware. I was at peace because I'm peace itself. And when they cried out, I arose and spoke to the sea. Peace, be still, and there was a great calm. That same voice, my beloved ones, still speaks to the storms that rise in your heart. When anxiety rages, I whisper peace. When fear crashes against your faith, I say, be still. You are not drifting aimlessly. Your boat is not without direction. Every gust that touches you, every wave that rocks your soul is seen by me. I hold the map, I steer the vessel, and when the time comes, I will guide you safely to the other side. My dear children, I know that sometimes the storms come suddenly without warning, without mercy, a phone call that changes everything, a door that closes when you had placed all your hope upon it, a loss that cuts deeper than words can reach. But hear me, I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The one who calmed the waters in Mark 4:39 is still the one who stands beside you now. I am not only the God who commands the storm to cease, I am the God who walks with you through the wind and rain. I am the warmth that shelters you when your faith feels cold. I am the hand that steadies you when your knees begin to tremble. When you cry out in the night, I hear every word. When your tears fall unseen by others, I count every one. You are never forgotten. You are never forsaken. You are never abandoned. The storm may reveal the weakness of your boat, but it also reveals the strength of your anchor me. For I am your refuge, your fortress, your ever-present help in trouble. My dear children, I know the questions that rise in your heart. Why, Lord? Why this pain? Why this storm? But remember, sometimes I allow the waves, so you will see that even they obey my voice. Sometimes I permit the winds, so you will remember where your true security lies, not in calm seas, but in my unshakable presence. Do not measure my love by the stillness of your surroundings. Measure it by the cross, where my Son stretched out his arms to bring you peace beyond understanding. That peace is still yours. It has not left you. It will never leave you. Come now, rest in my embrace. Let the noise fade. Feel my hand upon your shoulder, guiding, comforting, strengthening. You do not have to fight the storm alone. You do not even have to understand it. You only need to trust that I am in it. Listen, my dear children, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. That was my promise to my people long ago, and it is still true today. Be still and know that I am God. The waves may rise, but they cannot drown you. The winds may roar, but they cannot break you. For I have spoken over your life, and when I speak, creation bows. When the storm passes, and it will, you will see how I used it to shape your faith, to deepen your roots, to draw you closer. You will look back and see that I never left your side, not even for a moment. In your weakest hour, I was your strength. In your darkest night, I was your light. And in your greatest fear, I was your peace. So let not your heart be troubled, my dear children. The sea will calm. The clouds will part. The sun will rise again over your life, and the warmth of my love will dry every tear. Hold fast to me, for I am the anchor that holds when all else gives way. My grace is your shelter. My voice is your compass. My presence is your home. Even now, as you listen, I am calming the waters around you and within you. Peace is coming, not because the storm has ended, but because I am here. My dear children, you are safe in my hands. You are loved beyond measure. You are held within a peace the world cannot take from you. So breathe deeply. Feel my stillness filling the air. Let your heart rest. For I am in the storm, and I am speaking calm to your chaos. And when the world asks how you endured, tell them of the one who spoke, and the winds obeyed. Tell them of the peace that found you when you thought all was lost. Tell them of my love that never lets go. For every storm you survive becomes a testimony of my faithfulness. Every tear becomes a reflection of my mercy. Every scar becomes a story of my healing grace. My dear children, linger with me here a while longer. Do not rush away from this stillness, for it is in these quiet moments that I heal what the storm has broken. I know the weight you have been carrying, the unspoken fears, the unanswered prayers, the restless thoughts that stir when the night is silent. You have tried to be strong, to steer the boat yourself, but the waves have grown too high, and your hands are weary from holding on. Let go now, my dear ones. Let go, and let me hold you. The waters that seem ready to swallow you are beneath my feet. The wind that terrifies you obeys my command. The same voice that spoke light into the void still speaks life into your soul. You see only the storm, but I see the purpose within it. I see how it will shape your character, refine your faith, and reveal my glory. For in every storm there is a lesson not in punishment, but in preparation. You are being made stronger, gentler, wiser. You are being taught to trust, not in the calm, but in me. My dear children, hear me now. Even in the fiercest winds, my hand never leaves the helm. I am not distant, watching from afar. I am in the boat with you. My presence is your assurance. My nearness is your peace. The storm may make you feel small, but I am enlarging your heart to hold more of my strength. Remember the words I have spoken through time. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. Do you feel the power of that promise? It means that not one drop of your suffering escapes my notice. Every cry that rises from your heart reaches my throne. Every trembling breath is known and cherished. My beloved, you do not have to prove your faith to me by pretending the storm doesn't hurt. I know it does. I know the ache of uncertainty, the sting of betrayal, the fear that comes when everything familiar begins to crumble. But I also know that in those moments when your strength fades, my grace becomes all the more radiant. When you cannot walk another step, I carry you. When you cannot see through the rain, I light your path. When you cannot speak through your tears, my spirit intercedes for you with groanings too deep for words. You are not a failure for feeling afraid. You are human, but you are also mine. And that means you are never powerless, never alone, never beyond my reach. Let the waves crash if they must. They cannot drown what I have redeemed. Let the wind blow, it cannot scatter what I have gathered into my hand. For every storm bows to the one who commands it. Every gust bends before my authority. My dear children, do not despise the storm, for it brings you closer to hearing my heartbeat. It strips away the noise of the world until only my whisper remains. In that whisper, you will find the deepest truth. I am your peace. Not the absence of trouble, but the presence of unshakable calm within it. I do not simply offer you peace as a gift. I am your peace. I am the still center when your world spins. I am the lighthouse that shines through your night. I am the steady hand upon the rudder of your life. Even when the clouds conceal my face, my love remains unchanged. The light you cannot see is still shining behind the storm. Trust that I am working in ways you cannot yet understand, shaping what was broken, redeeming what was lost, preparing a calm more beautiful than you could imagine. One day soon, the winds will settle, the waves will quiet. The same waters that once terrified you will carry you forward with gentle grace. You will stand upon the shore of peace and look back not with bitterness, but with awe. You will see how every moment of fear became a thread in the tapestry of my faithfulness. And you will say, even here, He was with me. My dear children, let your heart rest in that truth tonight. Whatever storm surrounds you, be it grief, uncertainty, loneliness, or pain, I am not only your refuge from it, I am your refuge within it. My presence is not postponed until the skies clear. It is your covering while the rain still falls. If you feel weary, rest in me. If you feel empty, drink deeply of my living water. If you feel lost, know that my hand is guiding you through every shadow. You may not know where this path leads, but I do, and I am leading you toward peace, toward purpose, toward me. There will come a day when your heart no longer trembles at the memory of this storm. The same place that once brought pain will become a place of praise. The waves that once frightened you will remind you of how I saved you. The darkness that once silenced your song will become the backdrop for my light. And when others face their own storms, you will speak words of comfort drawn from this very season. You will tell them of my faithfulness, of how I spoke to the sea and it obeyed, of how my peace came not when the world was calm, but when I was near. My beloved, even now I am whispering over you, peace, be still. Those words are not only for the winds around you, they are for your soul. Let them sink deep into the places where worry hides. Let them hush the fears that have stolen your rest. Let them bring you back to me, for I am your calm, your shelter, your everlasting Father. I am your healer, your hope, your song in the night. Hold fast to me, my dear children, and do not fear. The storm may rage, but I reign above it. The sea may rise, but I hold it in my hand. The winds may howl, but they carry the sound of my promise that you will reach the other side and that I will never let you go. My dear children, do not be afraid to walk through the storm, for every step you take through the wind and the rain is bringing you closer to the calm I have prepared. You see only the waves that crash against your boat, but I see the destination waiting beyond them. I know the harbor where you will rest, the sunlight that will break through the clouds, the peace that will embrace you when you have endured. You may wonder, Lord, why must the storm come at all? My dear ones, the storm teaches what the calm never could. In still waters, your faith may rest, but in the tempest, it grows. The winds reveal what cannot be shaken. The waves uncover the depth of your trust. I allow these moments not to test your worth, but to strengthen your roots, to show you that even when all else trembles, I remain your solid ground. You are not lost in the chaos. I am guiding you, even through what you cannot yet understand. Like a captain who sees the horizon beyond the mist, I see the future I am shaping for you. Each gust of wind is measured. Each drop of rain is known. Not one moment of your pain escapes my sight. My dear children, some of you have felt as though the storm has lasted too long, as though the thunder has drowned out your prayers. You ask, how long, Lord? How long must I wait for peace? Hear me now. Peace is not the absence of the storm. Peace is the presence of my Spirit within you. You already carry the calm you long for, because I dwell within your heart. When your spirit grows faint, remember that I am the breath that sustains you. When your faith feels fragile, remember that I am the strength beneath it. When your hope feels dim, remember that I am the eternal light that never fades. The storm is not forever, but my love is. The winds will cease, but my word endures. The clouds will part, but my faithfulness remains. I am teaching you to see beyond the surface, to look not at the storm, but at the Savior who commands it. Just as I spoke to the sea and said, "Peace, be still," so I speak to your anxious heart now. Peace, be still. The same power that silenced the waves of Galilee is at work in your soul today. Do not fear the rising tide. It cannot reach beyond what I allow. Do not dread the thunder. It cannot silence my voice. Every sound, every motion, every tremor still bows to my authority. I am sovereign even in the storm. My dear children, when you find yourself in those moments when the night feels endless, lift your eyes toward me. Look beyond the darkness, and you will see the faint glimmer of my promise shining through. That light, however small it may seem, is enough to lead you forward. For I am the light that no shadow can overcome. When you cannot trace my hand, trust my heart. When you cannot feel my presence, rest in my word. For I have said, never will I leave you. Never will I forsake you. Those are not empty words, they are my covenant of love sealed upon your life. You may think that the storm has changed you, and it has, but not in the way you fear. It has not broken you. It has awakened you. It has not destroyed you. It has deepened you. It has not separated you from me. It has anchored you to my grace. For every storm that passes leaves behind a clearer sky, a stronger faith, and a deeper peace. And through it all, I have been writing my story upon your heart, a story of courage, of redemption, of unshakable love. My dear children, let these words sink deeply into your soul. You are never safer than when you are held in my will. Even if my will leads you through the storm, it will never leave you there. The same hand that allows the wind to blow is the hand that stills it. The same voice that calls you into the storm is the voice that brings you out with victory. Do not despise your season of trial. It is the soil where new life grows. Do not curse the rain. It waters the seeds I have planted in you. Do not fear the lightning. It reveals what has been hidden in shadow. For everything that touches your life passes first through the filter of my love. I know how hard it can be to trust when the sky grows dark. I know the ache of waiting for dawn. But my beloved, the sun has never failed to rise, and my mercy has never failed to find you. Even in the blackest night, I am the steady flame that keeps burning. You are not forgotten, not unseen, not unloved. You are my precious one, the apple of my eye, the delight of my heart. I have engraved your name upon my hands, and I will not let you slip away. So take courage, my dear children. Lift your eyes above the storm. Let your heart remember who I am, the Lord who commands the seas, the Father who loves without end, the shepherd who carries his lambs through every valley. Even now, I am preparing the calm that will follow. The waters that once terrified you will soon mirror the beauty of my peace. The clouds that once loomed heavy will scatter, and light will pour through them like grace overflowing. The sound of the storm will fade, and in its place will rise the gentle rhythm of renewal, the heartbeat of heaven over your life. And when you look back on this season, you will see my footprints beside yours, not behind, not ahead, but beside you, always beside you. You will see that even when you thought I was silent, I was speaking through every gust of wind, through every drop of rain, through every trembling prayer. My dear children, I am your peace in the storm. your rest in the battle, your hope when all seems lost. You need not strive to earn my favor. You already have it. You need not fear tomorrow. I am already there. Let the winds fall silent now within your heart. Let the waves settle in your mind. Feel the warmth of my presence surrounding you like sunlight breaking through after the rain. You are safe. You are loved. You are home in me. My dear children, listen closely, for even as the winds may still howl around you, there is a deeper stillness calling your name. That stillness is me. Beneath the roar of every wave, beneath the weight of every fear, I am speaking peace into the very core of your soul. I know how weary your heart has become. The journey has felt long, and the storm has not shown mercy. You have watched as the waves crashed again and again, and you wondered if you would ever see the calm. But hear my voice now, soft and certain, you will not be lost to the sea. I have set limits to the waves. They can rise, but they cannot overtake you. You are stronger than you know, not because of your might, but because of mine within you. Every trial you face becomes a testimony of my sustaining grace. Every breath you take in the middle of the storm is evidence of my life flowing through you. You are not drifting aimlessly, my beloved. I am charting your course, even when you cannot see the stars. There are moments when faith feels like holding on to a whisper. You may not always feel my hand, but I assure you, I am holding yours. The boat may shake, but your soul is safe. For when I said, "Peace, be still," I was not only speaking to the waves, I was speaking to you. My dear children, storms have purpose. They are the sacred classrooms where you learn that faith is not about control, but about surrender. It is in the storm that you discover who I am, not only the God of deliverance, but the God of presence. For even if I do not stop the storm immediately, I will never leave you in it alone. I am nearer than your breath, closer than your thoughts. My presence surrounds you like an unseen embrace, gentle, unbreakable, eternal. When you cry in fear, I do not turn away, I draw closer. When you feel small beneath the thunder, I whisper your name with love unending. Do you see, my dear ones, that I am teaching you to trust what cannot be seen? I am forming in you a faith that does not depend on fair weather, but on the assurance of my unfailing character. When you rest your hope in me, no storm can steal it. There are seasons in your life where you will walk through darkness, but even there, I am light. There will be moments when you cannot hear my voice above the noise, but even then, I am speaking not always in the thunder, not always in the lightning, but often in the gentle whisper of peace. I do not waste a single storm. Every gust carries purpose. Every wave refines your faith. Every drop of rain carries the promise of renewal. You have prayed for the storm to end, and in time it will. But before it passes, let it do the work I have sent it to do, to draw you closer, to teach you surrender, to remind you that your peace is not found in calm waters, but in the certainty of my love. My dear children, remember this truth. You were never called to fight the storm in your own strength. You were called to rest in my strength. Let me be your anchor when your heart drifts. Let me be your compass when you lose direction. Let me be your peace when fear begins to speak louder than faith. The storm may shake your surroundings, but it cannot shake my promises. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I am the voice that silences chaos. I am the shield that guards your heart. I am the rock that will never crumble beneath you. When I said, "Peace, be still," the wind obeyed, the sea bowed in silence, and my disciples stood in awe, realizing that even the forces of nature could not resist the sound of my command. That same power still reigns today. That same voice still echoes over your life. Let your soul remember that you are not fighting for peace. You are resting in the one who is peace. The storm will not define you. My word will. The fear will not consume you. My love will sustain you. Do not despise your weakness, for in it my strength is made perfect. When you feel too tired to row, too weary to pray, too broken to hope, I am there, rowing beside you, praying over you, hoping for you. You are never left to navigate the storm alone. My dear children, there will come a moment, perhaps sooner than you think, when the clouds will part and the light will pour in. You will breathe deeply again. You will laugh again. You will feel warmth upon your face and realize that I never left you, not for a single heartbeat. In that moment, you will understand that every tear, every sigh, every sleepless night has been redeemed. You will see that what once seemed like chaos was the very wind that carried you closer to my heart. For I, your Lord, do not waste pain. I turn it into power. I do not allow loss without the promise of resurrection. I do not let storms pass without leaving behind the fragrance of renewal. And so, my beloved, when the storm howls again, as it will in this world, do not be afraid. Remember this moment. Remember my voice. Remember that I am in the boat with you, steady and sure. My hands hold the world and your heart with the same care. Trust me, even when the sky grows dark, for it is in that darkness that you see the stars, the quiet signs of my promise shining above you. I am your peace, your anchor, your everlasting calm. When you walk through fire, you will not be burned. When you pass through waters, they will not overwhelm you. For I, the Lord your God, am with you. My dear children, lift your gaze from the storm to my face. Hear my words once more, echoing through every season of your life. Peace, be still. Let them settle deep within you until they become the rhythm of your heart. My dear children, draw even closer to me now, for I have more to say to your hearts. The storm that has raged against you may still linger on the horizon, but within you a new calm is beginning to rise. That calm is not fragile. It is born of my Spirit. It is the peace that surpasses understanding, the peace that the world cannot give and the world cannot take away. I see you, my beloved ones, when your strength is nearly gone. I see the questions that whisper through your mind. Will I make it? Will the light ever return? And I tell you now, yes, you will make it, because I am carrying you. The light will return because I am the light that never fades. You are not forgotten in the storm, you are formed in it. Every moment that you trust me in uncertainty shapes you into the image of my strength. Every tear that falls becomes a seed of faith watered by my compassion. You are being refined, my dear children, like gold in the fire, not destroyed, but purified, made radiant by endurance and hope. The sea may roar, the winds may lash, but the anchor of your soul is unbroken. I am that anchor. My love holds you fast. The cords of my faithfulness wrap around you tighter than the fiercest wave can pull. You may bend beneath the weight of the wind, but you will not break, for my hand sustains you. Do not fear what lies ahead. Every storm has an appointed end. The clouds cannot rain forever, and the rain cannot fall without ceasing. Even now I am turning the tide. Even now I am preparing a new dawn to rise over your life. My dear children, listen. The storm that once terrified you will one day be the very thing that testifies to my power. You will speak of how I calm the winds around you and the fears within you. You will stand stronger, steadier, more compassionate toward others who walk through their own storms. For I never waste your pain, I turn it into purpose. There is beauty even in the breaking. There is mercy even in the shaking. When everything else falls away, what remains is what was always meant to endure, my love in you. Remember, beloved, I do not dwell only in the quiet chapel or the soft glow of the morning sun. I dwell also in the storm. I walk upon the waters that frighten you. I speak from the whirlwind that confuses you. My voice, though it may seem distant, is the heartbeat of creation itself, calling all things into order once more. The sea cannot silence me. The night cannot conceal me. The storm cannot drive me away. My dear children, how I long for you to rest in this truth that no matter how fierce the tempest, you are never outside my reach. When you stumble, I lift you. When you falter, I strengthen you. When you fall, I carry you in my arms until you can stand again. Do you remember when I told the storm to cease in Mark 4:39? Then he arose and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. That same authority still flows from my word today. I am not a memory of miracles past. I am the living God who moves in your present. My command still carries power. My peace still reigns. The storm may test your faith, but it cannot undo it. Each wave that strikes against you only presses you deeper into my embrace. You think you are being tossed, but in truth, you are being drawn closer to the center of my heart. Let go of the need to control the sea, my dear ones. You were never meant to tame the waves, only to trust the one who walks upon them. Surrender is not defeat. It is your greatest victory. It is in surrender that you discover rest. When you stop striving against the storm and begin to rest, in my word, you will find a peace so profound that it will confound even those who watch from the shore. They will see that you stand unshaken, not because the sea has calmed, but because your faith is anchored in me. My dear children, let every heartbeat remind you that I am near. Let every breath draw in my presence like the fragrance of new rain upon the earth. I am the calm after the chaos, the light after the darkness, the gentle whisper that follows the thunder. You will not perish in this storm. You will prevail. For your destiny is not destruction, but redemption. Your journey is not meant for despair, but for testimony. You are not being punished, but prepared. Every trial that comes is permitted through my love, not my anger. The storm does not mean I have turned away. It means I am drawing you closer, teaching you to depend not on what is seen, but on what is eternal. Do not be afraid of the deep waters. They are where faith learns to swim. Do not run from the wind. It is what fills the sails that carry you forward. Do not curse the clouds, for they bring the rain that nourishes the dry ground of your soul. My dear children, when you are tempted to doubt, look around you. Even the smallest flower bends beneath the rain, but lifts its head when the light returns. You too will rise. You too will bloom again. Hold tightly to me, and let my promises be your song in the night. Sing even when the thunder rolls. Praise even when the storm has not yet ended. For praise in the storm is faith in motion. It is your declaration that I am greater than what you face. My dear children, stay with me here in this quiet place. Do not rush from this moment, for my spirit is still moving upon your heart. You have walked with me through the storm. You have heard my voice whisper peace to your soul. Now let that peace settle upon you like the soft light of dawn after a long, restless night. The winds have lessened. The waves have bowed low. The air is gentle again. Can you feel it? That stillness within you, that calm after the storm. It is my presence surrounding you, holding you close, breathing new life into what was weary and worn. You have seen how the storm could not undo you. You have witnessed how my hand has steadied your boat through the fiercest of winds. And now, my beloved, I draw you into rest. Rest not as the world gives, temporary, fleeting, shallow, but rest that flows like a deep river, unending, peaceful, eternal. My dear children, lift your eyes now and behold the horizon before you. The clouds are parting. The light you see breaking through them is not just sunlight, it is hope. It is the brilliance of my promises fulfilled. It is the assurance that nothing, not even the darkest storm, can separate you from my love. The same voice that spoke, "Peace, be still," now speaks again over every part of your life. I speak to your mind, weary with worry. Peace, be still. I speak to your heart, bruised and fearful. Peace, be still. I speak to your soul, trembling from the winds of uncertainty. Peace, be still. And as I speak, the chaos fades, the noise quiets, and what remains is the gentle hum of my grace flowing through you. For you are not merely surviving, my dear ones, you are being renewed. Do you see how the morning light touches the surface of the sea after the storm has passed? That reflection of light upon the water is what I am doing in you. The very waves that once terrified you will now carry my glory. The places that were once broken will shine with the beauty of healing. My dear children, hear this truth. You are never alone. When you walk through the fire, I am with you. When you pass through the waters, they will not sweep over you. I am your constant, unchanging presence, your Father, your Comforter, your friend. Even when you cannot see me, I am guiding you. Even when you cannot hear me, I am speaking softly to your heart. Even when you do not feel strong enough to stand, I am the strength beneath your feet. Rest now in my embrace. Let go of the weight you've been carrying. Lay down your burdens here at the shore of my mercy. For I have not called you to strive, but to abide. I have not asked you to perform, but to rest in the love that has already redeemed you. You have endured the winds, and you have come through with faith still in your heart. That faith is precious to me, more valuable than gold refined by fire, and I will use it to build something beautiful in your life. My dear children, I am not done with you. The storm was not your ending, it was your becoming. The pain you walked through has not disqualified you, it has prepared you. The moments you thought would break you have instead opened your heart wider to receive my presence. For I make all things new. I bring life from ashes, hope from sorrow, joy from the very soil of your tears. I am the gardener of your soul, and I have planted seeds of purpose deep within you. Even now, beneath the surface, those seeds are taking root. In due time, they will bloom into something radiant, something only I could bring forth. And so, my beloved, as the calm settles in, let gratitude rise from within you. Thank me for what I have done, even for what you do not yet understand. For thanksgiving opens the door to more of my peace. Look around you. Now the skies are clear, the air is bright, and the light of my love covers everything. You are safe here, wrapped in the arms of your Father. You are known fully and completely. Every thought, every fear, every longing, I see them all, and I hold them with care. You are my masterpiece, created with intention, sustained by grace. The storm could not erase your purpose. It only revealed your strength. You may have doubted your worth in the middle of the waves, but hear me now, my dear children, your worth has never been in question. You are mine. You are loved beyond measure. You are chosen, redeemed, and held. Take a deep breath and feel the air of renewal filling your lungs. This is not just the end of a trial. It is the beginning of a new chapter with me. The storm that sought to destroy you has become the very testimony that will inspire others. The calm that follows is not merely silence, it is peace anchored in my presence. Let your soul rest beside the still waters. Hear the gentle rhythm of my voice as it flows like a river through your spirit. I am leading you to green pastures once more, places of restoration, abundance, and joy. My dear children, know this: I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The love that carried you through this storm will carry you through every one to come. And even when your journey feels long, my grace will be your strength. My light will be your guide. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That promise still stands as true now as it was in the beginning. Let this assurance be your anchor. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My presence will never fade, my love will never run dry, and my peace will never fail. Now go forth, my dear ones, with your hearts at rest. Walk into the world carrying the calm I have placed within you. Let my peace flow through your words, your actions, your very being. Be a light in the lives of others who are still caught in the storm. Let them see through you that I am faithful, that I am kind, that I am near to all who call upon my name. And when they ask you how you found peace in such a storm, tell them of the one who spoke to your waves and brought you safely home. Tell them of my love that never lets go. Tell them of the calm that lives in your heart, because I live in you. My dear children, this message you have heard today Do not let it stay here. Let it ripple outward like circles in still water. Share it with those who are weary, those who are afraid, those who are searching for hope. Be my hands, my voice, my light in their darkness. And as you do, I will be with you, blessing the work of your hands, guiding your steps, filling your heart with joy. If this message has brought peace to your spirit, let that peace overflow. Gently share it not from obligation, but from love. Invite others to hear, to rest, to know that they too are not alone. When you like, when you comment, when you subscribe, you are not merely responding to words, you are helping. My message of hope reach hearts that need it most. Do it as an act of faith. Do it as an offering of love. Do it because every soul deserves to know that the storm can be calmed, that peace can be restored, and that I am here. My dear children, I bless you now with the fullness of my peace. May your nights be restful, your days radiant with hope. May you walk in the assurance that no storm can steal what I have given. I am with you. I delight in you. I rejoice over you with singing. Go now, my beloved ones, in the calm of my presence and the strength of my spirit. Carry my light into the world, for the storm has passed, and the sun of my love rises over you anew.